Hello there, everybody. It's too early for April Fools, but Mick, you're onto something in that is the album cover of Nevermind that I was playing with. How's everybody doing? I guess folks got here nice and early. Oh, well, that doesn't help. My clock in my kitchen is 10 minutes off from the clock on the computer. That might explain some of the population of this chat. But how's everybody doing? Sketty Nona, good to see you. Jeff Kane, the Mr. Giver. Geez, I have to just thank you again for all those memberships you gave out. I really do appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of other people appreciate it too. Mick, what's up? Aquatic Moose, Nancy B, Bacon Man, hello. Lady Rorschach, hello. Sky Dancer, what's up? Who else do we have in here? Coro, what's going on? Good to see you. My fish tank Aquatics, what's going on? And 186 Element, what's going on? Good to see you as well. All right. Who do we have in here that I'm missing? I'm almost down to the bottom, and then we'll commence with the Aquasora. Hello, good to see you. Street Trash, hello, good to see you too. Dla, hello. That's an interesting name, D-Law or Dla. Thunder Aquatics, what's up? Clearbox Swimmers, John Monroe, Lynn Lutz, hello. Rocky M. Miles, adorable. Sinan Jewel, hello, welcome, Sinan. If you're new, great. We're all new in some way or another, right? I don't know what I'm saying, but you're welcome here. So make yourself at home. Frank Nielsen, what's going on? How are you doing? Bird Wellington, what's going on? Yes, we are live. This is live. James Hand, what's going on? Hey, Alex, first though, there wasn't going to be a stream. Nevermind. Yes. The Nevermind album. I don't know. I was playing around. I was trying to think of a cute thumbnail, a funny thumbnail, and I was like, well, what's an aquatic album cover? And I was like, well, there's that naked baby from the Nirvana album that's suing for silly reasons. Like the dude went on like tours trying to promote like my life as a, American symbol or whatever. And then dude stops getting money and getting booked for that. And he decides to sue, being like, I was exploited and everybody saw me naked as a baby. Bjorn, what's going on? Yellowstone Aquatics, I think I just said hi to you, but hello. ABC, hello. Once again, you're back for more. Didn't scare you away yesterday, huh? Linda, hello. So we got lots of folks in here right now. Monster Fish Gal, always good to see you as well. Oh yeah. Street Trash says, when I was an angsty teenager, I played the Nirvana cover band. I played in a Nirvana cover band. Now I'm an angsty adult that plays in a punk rock band. Okay, that's a good way to get energy out. Hello, honey. Do you want to be on the show? My fish tank aquatics, got you, Kenny. It's Kenny from ABC. I thought maybe Kenny Danikin had snuck in. Craig, hello, good to see you as well. Christian Fake, hello. Christians Fake, hello, welcome. I don't recognize you. We got a new one. Let's haze him, everybody. Coro, always good to see you, of course. Rick Peters, hello, welcome. Oh, thank you very kindly. I'm not going to read that comment, but that's really funny. I'll put it on the screen. William Barnes, hello, welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you like the videos. Aaron's Water Buddies, what's up? Ryan, Canadian man, hello, hello, hello. All right, guys. So I have, if we can get these open, let me just double check that I'm not lying. Let me make sure that I'm telling y'all the truth. I have, yes. Let me see if I can actually, well, hold on. I'm trying to unzip a file for you guys. Speaking of nakedness pools. Here we go. All right. All right. Okay. So there's one. We got 2 more to go. And then I have something to show y'all that I think you'll find interesting, if nothing else. Some of it is interesting stuff. Some of it is maybe, I don't know if depressing is the word, but some people don't like very modified fish, like stuff that people have tinkered with genetically to a large extent. But hold on, let me get everything into one easy to manage spot here. I thought it had done it before the show, but apparently no. I'm a dumb lollipop. All right, let's see here. You guys are probably all like, what is he doing? Alex, stop talking to yourself. Tell us what's going on. No, never. I deserve some punishment. It is alright. Have that dumb song stuck in my head. My mom was like, "Have you heard the Satanic song from the Grammys?" I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." But yes. All right, guys, gals, gills, what's going on? Let's take a look. I want to show you guys. Yeah, I agree, John, that balloon mollies, I don't like it. I'm not for it. I'm against it. I don't know anything about that fish, Mick. In fact, I mean, let's see here. I hate that on the comments it doesn't let me like select it and highlight it to get the freaking text away, because I don't even know like that fish at all. I'm lost. Let's see. Oxyleotris. Okay, and then what was the other part? Nulipora. Oh yeah, all right. Definitely don't know this fish. Interesting though. I'll share, guys. We'll share because sharing is caring. The poreless gudgeon. You never need to pour it out. No, it has no pores, I assume. Michelle says, I was watching an old stream today, saw those longfin neon tetras at Redfish Bluefish in December. Has anyone tried those? I have had those. Dr. Anthony has had those, and they are extremely beautiful. They also are extremely big targets for other fish nipping at them. So you really got to put them in a peaceful tank. You don't really want any angelfish or even any other like danios or anything, barbs. Keep all that stuff away from them. Other small tetras, small rasboras, corridoras, that kind of stuff, plecos, that's all fine. They are gorgeous. They are expensive. He's got them much cheaper than they used to be. They used to be $30. And I actually bought 6 of them at one point, and they were incredible. They had not been in the US ever before when at the time he got them, and he hooked me up like at a deal price. But apparently they've figured out the breeding now on those. But they're just beautiful. They're super, super beautiful. Yeah, definitely. Aquatic moose fishery, chili rasboras or CPDs in the planted 10-gallon. Already have 6 neon blue rasboras. I would say probably CPDs because you're going to get different action from them. The chili rasboras will hang out. I mean, the color may be what you want, like a red and blue kind of look, and they'd be really beautiful, but they're going to hang out hiding and weaving in between plants and things. And with those little fish, I've said it a lot lately, but you want to have a lot of cover, a lot of little fine leaf plants all around the tank, and only have an open area in the center, or if it's like a 20 long, maybe you can have 2 open areas. But essentially, when you do that, then they feel like they have a safe place to go. And depending on the species, I've kind of observed closely a lot of different nano species, and I count how many lengths of their body they need to feel safe, like they can dart back into it. And usually those kinds of like little teeny Bararas and Rasboras, they need somewhere between like 3 and 6, somewhere in there. I know that's a little vague. Lengths of their body. It always, at all times, they need to be that close to being able to hide, because they can turn around and then in a second be gone. Otherwise, they're never going to chill. So it's kind of counterintuitive that you're going to pack most of the tank, and that will actually let you see them more than if you just had like plants in one corner and they'd all hide in the plants all the time. Bird Wellington, thank you so much for the super chat. Got to duck out early tonight and join the replay crew. Just a little something to show we value your time. Have a great stream, everyone. Well, thank you so very much. That is incredibly kind of you. And I see you're also a member. So, I mean, thank you so very much. Yeah, it means a lot. I'll put it to good use, I promise. All right, let's see here. You put chili over CPDs because CPDs are shy. I can understand that. The CPDs are or can be shy. It depends. Again, they're right in that same length where if you give them space, they can be quite bold. If you have 10 CPDs in a tank, which honestly in a 10-gallon I wouldn't worry about. I think that's totally fine. They'll be way bolder than even if you have 5 or 6. But yeah. Tom, your pea puffers exterminated your bladder snail population. Compatible algae crew. Get bigger nearite snails. The pea puffers won't be able to get through their shell or anything. That's what I would do. Or you could get Otocinclus. That works too. Let's see here. Hello from the windy and rainy San Diego County. Yeah, you guys have some crazy weather going on. Hang in there. Gary Stein, hello, whatever. Das Moon, the moon. Hello. Bark at the moon. Tom. I forgot to acknowledge your name when you had your question, but hello. Uh, Liam, hello. Also good to see you as well. Rye Guy, also always good to see you. You got number 5 tank. You got 5 tanks set up now, huh? Right on. You'll get there someday. No, I'm just kidding. That's great. You should have as many tanks as you want to keep and can keep. Lady R, you know, the thing is, I have not heard back from them. I texted them and I got I'll call you right back soon. Then nothing. So I don't know what's going on, but it's frustrating, and I think there must be something major going on with like inventory and stuff too, because I haven't really seen a whole lot of stuff getting added lately. Or anything like that to the site. And I don't know what is up with that. Because actually what we're going to look at for fun today is I figured I try to keep up to date, whether it's on Twitter or vlogs or wholesale order lists that I've managed to weasel myself on by saying I have a store, even though I don't. And then they just never noticed that I never bought anything, kind of thing. I like to see what's new and what's out there, especially like out of Asia or out of Europe, things like that. And I want to share with you guys some new fish and some new morphs and some really rare and expensive fish. I figured we'd look through that. And see what's interesting to all of us, and maybe I'll comment on some of it here and there. But I've been saving it just to go over with y'all. Any ideas what might be okay with plants and a rock pile for bamboo shrimp? Perch. Any ideas that might be okay with plants and a rock pile? Any nano fish? Is that what you're asking, Laura? Bamboo shrimp in an unheated kitchen tank. The tank is not backing to the H. Okay, wait. What is? Let me decipher this so y'all can help me too. The tank is no backing to HV view on both sides. Would not be happy being so exposed. Would they not be happy being so exposed? Yeah, I mean that's a thing if it's a busy area in your kitchen, then yes, like if you're doing dishes and stuff, that will probably startle the fish. But if it's relatively relaxed on the part of the kitchen they're in, then it shouldn't matter. But seeing out sometimes, if it's a big open area, is stressful. You can always put up like a laminate design or something too on like the back panel or one corner, tuck it into a corner. And then you have 2 sides that are open. But generally, fish feel safest when they have 3 axis of cover. So they've got the 3D thing, left and right, and then the bottom or the top. So they have like a box, a little corner, a nook to get away in or to tuck away in. And sometimes you can use that to your advantage because they'll go to that and you set it up so that you can see well into the plants that are set up elsewhere, or a cave or a log. And then on the far other side, you can have it so maybe even I've cut fake rocks in half, and then they have like an opening, or I'll Dremel an opening on a hollow one. And then I literally have like a little vision inside the fake rock that's facing the outside of the tank. And they feel safe in there as long as it's like darker on that side. And there's something up against it, but then I can actually like watch what they're doing in their little burrows. That's like a great little trick for some gobies and some plecos and cichlids that nest and stuff like that. Blah says, about to get out of here, but wanted to say I love how thorough you are. Well, thank you very much. You enjoyed the beta history. Yeah, I will be doing a part 2 to that where we talk about all the fin morphs and how they got to Europe and America and the rest of the world. So I'm glad you liked it. There'll be more coming soon. Exactly. I'm going to Japan and Taiwan soon. Can I bring back any fish or shrimp? Probably not easily. Maybe if maybe plants if they're like in an ADA sealed container type thing. Maybe those would be okay, like tissue cultures, because they're labeled species, and as long as they're not on a list of any sort. But I have had bad luck with my stuff. I was actually going to ask about if anybody had been to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and ask if they knew what customs was like because of that same question, like plants. Because I'm going to the Amica River or the Ameca River, where all these goodieads are from, and specifically Ameca splendens and the volcano and tequila varieties are up at the further tributaries. And I think it'd be cool to have like a little biotope set up for them. Brody, should I make a video about the different fish they sell while I'm in Japan and Yes, please. I would love to see what Midaka rice fish they have and stuff like that. That would be really cool. William Barnes, hello. Aquatic Moose, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your membership to all of you members too. And speaking of, we just got a new member, Birdman. Right on. My wife and I have an inside joke when the Birdman movie came out. Birdman, we love the cinematography of that. We're kind of film nerds. We're kind of movie buffs. Like, okay, we're just couch potatoes, is what we are. But we love a good movie, a well directed, a well scripted and set design and all that stuff. We're into it. But thank you so much for becoming a member. It really does make a huge difference, all y'all members out there. Hopefully the stream will give out some of the freebie memberships that folks were giving. Alan and Jeff gave like I think a total of 70 like gift $1.99 memberships, and I really try to have that affordable, and that one I hope that way there's never too much of an expectation about like, oh, you didn't make 15 extra videos this year, you made 12, I'm out, or whatever. But I still try to deliver above and beyond that. But I'm just saying, like, making it as cheap as it can be makes me feel one better about the fact that a lot of it's educational, or what I consider educational, or at least scientific. A lot of it is rather trivial, but interesting, I would hope. Like, I don't know if you guys saw it because it got demonetized within 5 minutes today, but my beta, and I'm not even going to say I won't even say what the name of the video was. It wasn't even in the title, like, and it got shot down, and I got a warning, and they had to like make it 18 and up, and basically that means that they don't show those videos to anybody other than people who have already been members with the bell on and are like really looking for like you watch a lot of my content. Like, most of the subscribers will not even be told that beta video exists. And it's not about a bunch of betas, honestly. It's more about eels and the fact that cities around the world are dumping, via humans using them and then excreting them, tons of psychoactive substances into the waterways, and we don't have a good way to clean up a lot of it. So that's a bummer. Sage and Spice, hello, welcome. Thanks for watching it. Let's see here. Your membership is worth every penny. Thank you, Lady R. I appreciate it. You've been loving the podcast too. I need to get on that more. I've got so many episodes ready to go from Fishery, so people will start getting access to Fishery even without memberships, but they'll have to listen to it on podcast format. But there's 175 episodes, all 5 to 15 minutes long. So there's a good amount of audio there that should be fun and interesting and cover the last year and a half or so of fish news and fish headlines and research. So I think it should be uh, pretty fun when that's rolling out, on top of the deep dives that I do where you don't really need images, where you've just got like me sitting somewhere. And now I'm trying, but it does take a ton of extra time. I'm trying to edit images and video clips if they're pertinent, or maybe if they're just kind of more fun, into videos when I'm just sitting here talking, and to make it more interesting for those who are watching. And then if you're not watching, I'm trying not to pack too much that's crucial into those graphics. In the case of the most recent, the beta on powder video, however you want to put it, I did the same thing with trying to put images and kind of cutesy little like art and animation in there. But uh, it's, you could listen to it without watching it and it would still make sense, I would hope. Salient Aquatics, what's going on? Welcome. Uh Sinan Jewel, a new member. Hello, welcome to the club. Welcome to the fold. Welcome to the cult. uh, Go to the community tab now. You've got lots of extra content to check out. As if the 1,100 videos of my public content is not enough. I kind of am thinking of taking some of the old stuff and locking it away, just getting rid of it, because it keeps getting seen and it snowballs. Like, it's got 150,000 views on some video, and it doesn't represent where the channel's gone now, and the degree of work that I put into the videos now compared to when it was just a total hobby, basically for me, and I didn't care if more than just a couple nerdy fish friends online were watching. Now I'm really trying to take pride in the channel and in the work and research, and actually a lot of the research is theoretically part of books or projects or articles for different resources online and different groups. Let's see here. Koro says, "What, are you going to get all philosophical on me now? How long do you think reincarnation takes? Like, if someone is born the same year someone dies, is it the same soul? Or does the wheel of samsara, or whatever you believe in, take longer to process?" Well, the Buddhists believe that it's 49 days, full days. And after that, the soul can be born into a new body, or generally is born into a new body. I believe that's Mahayana Buddhists believe that. Now, there's other beliefs that are a full lunar cycle. There's also a belief of a whole year, and that's just going from memory off like anthropology stuff. But yeah, that's what I've got to say about that. I don't believe strictly. Okay, I don't want to get too far into the weeds on my own personal beliefs, but I don't really believe in incarnation in a one-for-one way. I don't believe in karma in a one-for-one way, but I do definitely believe that if you put good energy, kindness, and love, compassion, and charity out into the world, that your life will be better and go easier in general. And so will someone else's, which is more important even. Because if everybody did that without concern for if it made their life better, think about how much easier your life would be if everyone around you just resolved to be kind and patient and loving. Yeah. As far as finding the podcast, Laura, Laura or Lara, however you say your name. My wife says Lara, even though it's spelled that way. I know a lot of people would say, oh, that's Lara, not. Anyways, hello. And you find the podcast, it's on Spotify. It should be on Apple Music. It should be on, well, it's also on the fishtorypodcast.com. Let me double check that I'm not lying. Let me double check you can listen to it like anybody can. The fishtorypodcast.com. Maybe there's no, oh wait, what did I, let me try this one more time. Okay, yeah. So it's Fishtory podcast that you can go to and listen to them. So let me just share this screen real quick. Do 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 do. All right. So here is the Fishtory. Here are the episodes. We've got the one from on tannins. We've got when was fishing invented? A very, very deep dive into ancient fish and ancient humans and pre-humans and hominid species that are adjacent to humanity, and how fire was first controlled and what that tells us about fish and archaeology. That is what number 4 is. Number 3 is kind of talking about the rise of the. You could argue that it happened in the 20s or 30s, but it's really right after World War II, the rise of the local fish store and pet fish being a craze. And then we've got the walkthrough from the first aquarium to kind of the World War II era, I guess. But I'll be putting up more, and then the Fishtory episodes too. So you can get it at, like I said, just fishtorypodcast.com. And we bought that domain so that we could do so. All right, so I wanted to show you real quick the fish that Mick was talking about. That's not the best picture of it, I guess, but here's the info off this site anyways. Let's see how much info they even have. Usually along thick vegetation over soft mud bottoms. Females lay 30 eggs on the ceiling that overhangs the rocks. They're guarded and fanned by the males until hatching in 8 days. All right, cool. Female lays 32 millimeter eggs. I assume that's width or diameter. And then the eggs are on the ceiling of overhanging rocks and crevices, so they're also sticky. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds interesting. From Papua New Guinea, and they only get 4 centimeters long. Count me in. Yes, I love the little bumblebee gudgeons and gobies, all those things. Nice. You're lucky you have that resource at your fingertips, at your disposal. You've got your fingertips in the disposal. Rye Guy Outdoors, really appreciate you're doing great with your videos. Love them. Well, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I am trying really hard. I'm trying, to keep this a full-time thing. I'm trying to make that a viable comment, or what's the word, a viable way to make a living and all that, without having to do a bunch of side jobs if I can help it. Like, I don't mind fish related side jobs. I just am talking about the Yeah, the other kinds of stuff that come up that's like, can you do this? Can you do that? Whatever. I saw the video hate that YouTube is censor central. Oh, the video today? Yeah. Um, I've been thank you, Sinan. I've been watching a lot of your old videos. It's helped me very much. We set up our first aquarium in 20 years 2 weeks ago. Well, congratulations. Congratulations there. That's awesome. I'm flattered. Thank you. ABS Aquatics, what's going on? Airbag System Aquatics, a YouTuber. So there is respawns. If you're respawning, are we talking about reincarnation, huh? Asya Llewellyn, hello. And yes, I agree. Practicing empathy is the way. And we try to preach that on the channel, even though I get grumpy sometimes and start name calling and flinging feces and so forth. Master Black, what's up? When you saw the thumbnail, I had no idea that you were streaming and you missed 30 minutes. Okay. But at least you saw the thumbnail, right? That's it. All right. Can't find Fishery on Apple Podcasts, huh? Well, there's two fisheries. There's one called Fish Story, and that started in I don't know. I don't remember when it started. September, October of 2022, and they are stories about this guy fishing and like around the world and so forth. And I cut my hair just wrong. Like I cut my own hair the other day, and other than doing a pretty bad job, I also cut it so that nothing holds back my hair, which was stupid. So I need to either cut it shorter or let it grow out for like a month. Alex, you should really have a Cash App link in your bio and streams. Your supporters donate. I'd rather you get 30% than YouTube taking it. Yeah, it's actually worse than that. It's 40% of super chats, I believe. 30% is of the super thanks. When you like a video that's like freestanding and not live, I think that's where they take 30 the 30 cut. But yeah, here I'll post it right now in the chat. It's in my description also, but for PayPal, for PayPal, it's just Alexander J. Williamson at gmail.com, which is my name. And for Venmo, if you want to do that, because it's so very, very appreciated. Venmo, because the other thing is, as an independent contract worker, like as an educational or entertainment creator for a living, tax wise, in my state, usually things kind of fall in this, and there's like federal and there's state taxes. But anyways, they treat it kind of oddly in that they count you as like a freelancer, as they would for high-end artistry or even like masonry work or something. But obviously no union, no retirement, nothing like that. And beyond all that, then they tax it at around, with state tax and all that, they tax it at 27.5%. And then they'll allow you to write off a lot, obviously. So I can write off anything that goes to a video that's monetized in theory. So I could be buying fish like a madman and writing it all off, although that never happens. But I should do that more. But I just don't have the money on hand to be even doing that half the time. I'd rather travel with the money and go do something where I can make videos and get something of content for you and a story and an experience for me. Um, but that's how that is shaken out. And then in our state, also in Washington, not only do you have the fact that they'll tax you at 27.5%, you get a 10% to 11% sales tax in Seattle and in all the big cities around here. So you're actually losing that much more of your money again. So it's almost like a 40 or a 37.5% tax, and YouTube is taking a cut, of 40% or 30%, depending on the thing. So you're right. I will post it right now in case anybody who wants to support the channel, no pressure, right, at all, um, wants to support it that way. Also, another great way to support the channel is simply going to my affiliate links. Actually, I should do the HTTP. Stop. Everybody needs somebody sometime. Oh man, I found a song that I'd totally forgotten about, and boy, is it a dark song, but a great song in a lightheartedly morbid way, I guess. But it's Elvis's Three Little Shrimp, or I think it's called. But I saw three shrimp in the water. I heard one of them say, and he's like something about holding a newspaper, and they want to go to Louisiana, and a woman will bring you out of your shell and get on the first ride to New Orleans today. Or come the shrimp of something. I wish I could remember the words off the top of my head. Would help if I only had a brain. Da, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, 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 oh. But yeah, in the description of all my videos, there's a lot of info of resources, charities, um, merch, resources to like what was talked about in the video frequently. Um, Sometimes like related but interesting facts and stuff like that. So yeah. And then also the last thing I'm going to add to this aquatic arts, the discount code I still have right now is Fishery 15, and you can use that if you are buying it for the first time in this with that code. And then every 3 or 4 months they have me change it up, because apparently bots and crawlers are always trying to get your information, and then they relay the discount codes to everybody, like in apps like Honey, and then it doesn't help Aquatic Arts or Dan's Fish or anybody actually know how many people were watching my show versus if they just have the Honey app and it just skimmed the info. But aquaticarts.com, Fishery 15, or if you've already used that one, you can use Fishery 10 for 10% off. And then I haven't worked out what exactly the giveaways are going to be for Dan's Fish, but I do intend to have some big giveaways So we'll see what happens. Hey, Emma the Sea Witch, thank you so very much. That's very kind of you. Also, 9.99 super chat, and you're a member. Can't beat it. Thank you so much. I am going to definitely thank you, Monster Fish Gal. You are awesome as well for sharing the info. Oh, I didn't put a space in the Venmo ending. But let's see. Will it let me pin? No, it's not going to let me pin in there. Let's see if I can pop over onto here really quick and pin it for y'all. Oh yeah, here we go. Go to All right, so then there's the Dan's Fish link too. Ready to go, ready to fire up. Okay, guys, so thank you for the super chats and the all the well wishes, all the kind words that people saying they've enjoyed stuff lately. Makes a difference. You guys make it happen. I am happy to spend 10, 20 hours a day, no, 10, 12 hours a day on research, making videos, stuff like that. And learning about fish with you guys and then sharing what it is that I learn. So I feel like, I'm super lucky and fortunate in that I get to do that. But you guys make it possible for sure. So thank you. All right, now let's look at some crazy fish, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go go. Will it let me just use this as? Let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on. Oh no, it didn't work. All right, let me stop screen. Let me present screen. Share screen. Ooh, 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 ooh. Austin, thank you. You are very, very welcome. The same ironic pics I saw a year ago showing Kiev versus Moscow, snapshots a few hundred yards apart. I don't know what y'all are going on about in the stream. I'm gonna pretend like I don't know what you're talking about unless it's specifically directed at Fishery. Okay, guys. So these are from different wholesalers and different just different sources online. And honestly, I can't disclose some of them. Some of them you'll see a source, but that is sometimes just the breeder and not the wholesaler. Other times it's the wholesaler and not the actual source or breeder. But yeah, look at this. This is a parrotfish. So as wild as this fish is one of these. So you've seen the orange kind, right? Well, there's a yellow kind, and there's a yellow striped kind that's now called the bumblebee, which it's also, I think, balloon bodied of some sort. So probably really stunted and screwed up, and none of that's good. But it is rather amazing how many different combinations they've created of these fish. Any given fish with a lot of color, we seem to tinker with it. And so this place also happens to have these really interesting flower horns. I mean, look at the nuchal hump, look at the white on the face, the yellow. I just thought these were interesting. Like, morphs that they're refining and recrossing back to parrotfish or to any of those Central American monster size cichlids. They seem to be fairly interchangeable, but I don't love flower horns, and that's why when I had for the podcast, I had somebody ready who was very kind and everything, ready to give me the money to sponsor the podcast. And I just said, I don't love these fish. I am not passionate about them. I'm sorry. I don't think I can represent your company, even though he had really great quality for what they are, flower horns, but they just have so many health problems and stuff like that. But nevertheless, I do think that it's intriguing or interesting to see what people have created. Now, what I wanted to show you guys most of all today is a look behind the scenes at some of the stuff, some of my sources for like when I get info. Um, when I set like trends, or I say, I think this breed's going to be popular, or I think this color morph is going to be popular in the next year, or this one's overdone. It's because a lot of the stuff that goes on in this hobby has to be planned out year, half a year, 18 months. I mean, whatever it may be. Sometimes some big fish, it's like 2 years, has to be planned out so that Southeast Asia can actually supply the rest of the world with all the crazy fish that they put out. I agree with guys, with everyone here. Mick saying, I love cichlids, but having issues with flower horns or most man-made fish. I agree. Most of them I feel a little weird about. And yeah, Dragon Lair Patrick, you said the same thing. Jeff Kane, flower horn equals a pug in a fish tank. That is so true. And pugs like have problems with like breathing and like living very long and all sorts of stuff. So that's where I think it's an issue. Plus, they get beat up on, those kinds of fish, in the tank a lot of times. Sometimes they're more aggressive than just a non-hybrid, and a lot of times they get beat up on, and they've already, they just get health problems, and blockages in their stomach and all sorts of stuff. So it's not a pretty picture, that part of the hobby, in my opinion. But every once in a while, you do see a flower horn, like the monkey flower, rainbow monkey flower ones and stuff that are just insane. Anyways, so back to this picture. I think these will be more and more popular as time goes on and as more people get into doing tubs outside, as well as ponds and like wabikuzas or paludariums inside. And just as with Medaka, and you're designed to see their color from above best, they're breeding these guppies in lines where that's the case also. And here they are eating some little baby decapsulated brine shrimp babies. Now, another thing, this is the new ribbon morph out of Sri Lanka, and Vietnam now has some too. I don't like the ones with really long ribbons also, because a lot of times the ribbon is actually their gonopodium, or as you know, in males, that's what they, when mating, that's what they deliver the genetic material to the females with in their little dance. And you actually have to cut that off surgically to get them to reproduce. So any fish that can't reproduce on its own seems a little sus, in my opinion. That's just me, though. I mean, let me know what you guys think. Let's see here. Speaking of viewed from above, has anybody seen my betta koi pond paludarium short yet? I have not, but I would love to. I would love to do like an indoor pond, especially if you could set it down below the floor and then do like an acrylic over it where you could walk over it. Um, so I've seen some old school tanks set up that way, or ponds, whatever you want to call them. But my grandfather's neighbors in the 1930s had a tank set up that way, where it's just viewed from above, and they were putting tropical fish in it really early on. All right, so these guppies are pretty crazy. I mean, look at that. Whoops. The green on these Hawaiian green Moscows is just wild. So strong with like yellows and then the darker colors still tied in the back fade of the Fabre. Is that the right word? Did I use the word right for like hair when you gradually dye it? Uh, Jimmy P, what's going on? Hello, good to see you, my friend. Amisa, hello, good to see you also. I know you've been here, but hello. All right, so these are a pretty guppy. They're not viewed from the top as much, ideally, but like these are. I mean, they're trying to fill the role of goldfish and or koi with guppies, and I think some of them are really beautiful as long as they don't have the balloon body where their organs get all smushed up and all that. George, how's it going? Welcome. Good to see you as well. I hope you're doing well. Uh, so, all right, let's see here. I'm just standing, guys, because my back's sore. But yeah, here again, it's like the triple red guppy, and you can see that even like the females are stark red. It's pretty wild. They, I don't know how if they have sight or not with eyes like that, but holy smokes, they're pretty interesting, if nothing else. All right, let's go to the next. Now, these I thought were great. Uh, don't call this number, please, or at least don't tell them I told you to call it. I feel like everything on WhatsApp is a scam. It's not, but I feel like it. But these are what's hip, what's cool, what's going to be the alpha and the omega. My preparation H. I'm hip. I'm cool. Scotty, don't. Anyways, so these are very, very beautiful fish in my mind. They've got the iridescence, very similar to Medaka and all that, but they're not going to be as hardy by any means as the Medaka are, which is a bummer. But these ones are called I'm having to remember off the top of my head. These ones had a national identity tied to it. I think it was like the Thai, or hold on, let me look it up on my. I've got a buying list. I can probably look it up. But these were $120 a fish, and if you bought a pair, so 240 plus shipping and handling, another 100 with everything probably worked out. And yeah, it's a lot. It's like, a $300, 250 to 450 level guppies is what we're seeing now on the high end of these things. Um, do 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 do. Aquadoodle, hello, welcome. Reef, Reef the Sea Forever, hello. Also, Alpha B 43, what is going on? Sam Hain, what's up? How well? Let's see. What's this question? How well can blind cave fish really live? That seems insane to breed so many creatures to be blind just so we can enjoy how they look. Um, yeah, it is, but I think they can navigate fairly well due to their sensory organs. But it's never going to be fair with like food and stuff one on one if you've got a tetra that can see and one that can't. So you do either want them in a species tank or you want them in a tank where they can kind of take care of themselves and not be beat up all the time, honestly. Uh, that's what I'd say about that. Alabib 43, hello. Welcome again. It was great seeing you last time you were in. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's just everybody saying hello these days. All right. Okay, let's take a look at the next. On to the next one. On to the next one. On to the next one. On. Um. So these again, these are a certain. Where did it go? I'm sorry, guys. I'll pull it up and find out. Do 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 ba do ba do do. So, if you guys are looking for something fun, and it's not a crazy story about cocaine and betas or anything like that, really, I mean, there is the story of how much research has been done. Like they give them a lot of different drugs because they're an active fish that has behavior that can be quantified. Like, oh, it bit the other fish X amount of time. Oh, it fought for 20 seconds or 15 seconds. It didn't, it waited 5 seconds and then initiated an attack for 20 seconds. So they can time things like that and tell you the impact of like what how agitated a even a betta or a zebra Daniel may be when it comes to that. Let's see. Oh gosh, I just have something to show you guys real quick too. Uh, so check this out. Oh, that's not what I was gonna do. Show you. So remember how I was just talking about the bright yellow parrotfish? These are dyed. These are called juiced fish, and they literally dye them with chemicals that make them super bright. And the reason why that's not a good idea, man, my hair is in my eye, and it looks like my eyes half open when I'm looking down. I gotta look into the camera, smile, and look into the camera, Alex. So the reason it's not good, other than several reasons like injecting them with dye or soaking them in dye, is very, very hard on their immune system, their slime coat, and all that. Um, is is also because they are going to fade. That color is not genetically part of their anything. It's just added. Sometimes it is genetically modified or whatever, but so it's weird when you see glass fish or whatever and you see the dyed fish or the tattooed fish and they do that. Sometimes it's all just hormones and maybe like a certain protein or a certain chemical that they know they can dip them in, like methylene blue or like whatever yellow number 7. I'm just making things up, but they'll dye fish that way and then they don't stay that way in the long run. Plus, it can cause a lot of health problems depending on what they did. Yeah. Yep. Soaking them in dye. That happens. All right. Let's see here. Uh, what happened to my my window, looking out my window. All right, so I wanted to show you guys some more things. These are the new Oscars that are being sold all over Southeast Asia. They've got white on the fin edges or margins. They've then got yellow or orange or red or white. We'll see in a sec. They have all these different variations on what these fish can now look like. And this is just through line breeding. This is not through dyeing or anything too crazy. And here, I mean, look at the difference between those two Oscars. That is wild. So the fact that they've bred Oscars, oh, and this was just some really nice Bosemani. Actually, maybe I might be wrong on that. They may be like Chilurthernea. I'm not going to say that right. Chilanternea of some sort. I don't know. Someone who's a rainbow nerd can tell me, like Bentley will be like, oh, you idiot. Those are blah, blah, blahs. But I just thought, man, those look really nice in a big school. And I hadn't really showed any of y'all on the channel for a while what they can actually look like if you've got a nice big school in a big tank, in a big house as the days go by. So again, here's all those all red guppies. I don't know why that went out of order, but that's okay. And then, oh, so again, that is another Oscar, and you can see that it's got the blood red or ruby red color to it with the black and everything. And that's just the same species as the yellow one is. It's just selective breeding. And so these are some of the new colors that are out. And yeah, they get big. They get, 1.5 feet, maybe even 2 feet long, full grown. All right, the next thing I wanted to show you guys was, I'm here to show you the world. I can show you the world. Show you fishes you want to buy. And then you can go to Dan's Fishes at the link below and buy some fish. Probably not the freaky ones you see, but some of the new species that aren't feces for brains and for health. All right, guys. Anyways, so these are some new rams that are out. I can't remember what they were calling them, yellow jackets or something, which seemed pretty apt. Wasps or yellow jackets. That had something to do with a bird. Why did I say bird? With a predatory bee or wasp or something. Also, cherry barbs. They just had some really good. Whoa, stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Okay, so here are the electric blue German rams, which, I mean, look at the difference. These have lavender purple in there. It's purple. Purple in their belly, and then that white metallic. It's probably actually closer to still just a blue, but with the right light, it's going to look white or silver, metallic tones on them. And I mean, it's just insane how much we can change a fish. Let me know if you want to see a video on like the changes we've done to, for instance, the blue ram or the Oscars, I guess. Whatever you guys are into. I want to know. I want to be your friends. T Tom, what's up? Sing again. I'm hitting unsubscribe. Is that sing again or I'll hit unsubscribe or not? Sam Hain, you appreciate me. You see me for who I am. I appreciate you. I love how he breaks out into song. I do the same thing. It makes my ADHD feel like I'm in a similar company. Yeah, well, I am I can't just let my mind stop sometimes. And even though I could form a more useful phrase or sentence, sometimes you just got to vibe out, bro. Most weird colors of breeding can be blamed on the Germans. Might buy stuff from Dan's when I'm ready for the giant sealed echo tank. Right on, William. I appreciate it. If you want, if you haven't bought stuff from him before, or if it's, if it's your first time, you can register. I think you just need an email address and obviously a shipping address. To be a part of his website, but also he does live streams where he shows some of the things he's getting in or what he's working on. And I want to help show you guys some of the cool like fish that are endangered or that are having issues in the wild uh, through his media. And also just so we can be like, oh, let's get that fish. I wish I had that one, um, Wait, did I see GBR? Where's GBR? Or GRB? Never mind. I was thinking of GRB. Andrew Cavalia. Hello, fishy friends. Hello, Andrew. Welcome. T. Tom. That's kind of like Tom T. Hall. I love little baby ducks. Anyways, so these are 24 karat gold and purple. If you are from my state, you know that Washington State Huskies, the University of Washington, would freaking eat this up. But they're again just showing off some of the gold patterns, which I believe is the blonde. Uh, I believe that's dominant blonde color genetic or phenotype, and then it's crossed with the fact that they also use blonde with the iridophore, because iridophores are what make the fish shimmer, made out of little prisms, and then the pigment is the skin color underneath, and these ones are like a semi albino back lineage. So it's quite a lot of work to get there, and you can see the females look very different in this strain. But the fact that they're so plain is actually, maybe makes it a possibility that they could be worked with and brought back into, different color morphs. All right, so stop. Dumb computer. So this is the Astrolabius nigri. Man, I'm not gonna say that word. I'm just not gonna, guys. But it's a little killifish and it's adorable. Looks so much like the elastomas and the Gulf killies. I like this fish. A friend of mine had it posted online. They had some and they just looked so pretty. And they're a small little keely. Also, the same person, dude, check this out. Look at this. We'll just count here. They have photo after photo of these giant ponds that they're keeping. Just a wide array of Peclodia or Peclotia genus fish in that they're spawning them in also. But those are the leopard frog pleco. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's like 25 of them there, and they're each $100 to $200 easily. Now, this is one of the I believe it's called the Sultan pleco, the dwarf Sultan pleco. But this one is one I really, really liked, or maybe the Imperial Sultan pleco. I can't remember the exact name. I'll have to find the L number later. But I think they're beautiful. I think they're really cool. These guys don't get very big, and I'll have to show you an update on the one lone fish that I have that looks beautiful, but I'm like, oh, I need to get a friend, and nobody around here has any of them, which is lame. Yes, it is sketty. That fish is very much like a pup fish, the little blue and black one. Um, so here again, we've got the guppies with the 24 karat gold morph. Pretty impressive, especially if you crossed it with something that was like all, all on it on one side, all 24 karat gold with the feather fins or whatever, and then you could cross it with something other highlight or whatever. Iridophore. So iridophore Samhain. All right. So iridophores equals iridescence. Yes. Then there's opalescence. So do you know the difference? How light is refracted? Yeah. So opalescence, iridophores, iridescence. That's all the same, and it's little guanine crystals, guanine and guarine crystals that look exactly like the cover of Dark Side of the Moon, the album cover from the 70s, and they reflect and refract light, and so they shimmer. It's what gives the fish that silver and color changing shimmer. Yeah, it's not Photoshop, Sam. Pretty wild, huh? I was curious at first too. That is, if it were Photoshopped. All right, let's go to the next. Come on. There we go. So look at this weird finnage. It's got two dorsals, or a bifurcated dorsal fin. And I don't know the story on these really. So I'm going to have to wait and refer to a more informed person than I, because these are so new. I haven't even encountered anybody keeping them. Man, this computer is so touchy on the scroll wheel. Hey, nice, Silver Creek. So then there's these blue ones. Look at how beautiful these black and blue guppies are. These are all coming out of Sri Lanka, and some go to Vietnam, some go to Malaysia, but a lot of these strains are made in Sri Lanka. There's kind of a specific vibe they like there. Kind of like leaving the imperial fish in the moats and things in water features around property, kind of like Medaka in the Japanese. But again, here are some parrotfish that they have. Let's see if we had a normal parrotfish picture first. I mean, not at all normal, but here is one parrotfish. All right, again, these are more purple or lavender and teal eyes. They have the teal on their eye. Rams, German rams. This is this guy is an incredible photographer. If you can find him, follow him, by the way. Incredible work. And that is Huawei Zhang. And he's written a lot of papers, a lot of them. Aquatic Moose says, just got some mosaic guppies the hobbyist said she got from an aquarium co-op supplier that imports from Thailand and acclimates to the US. Is that Aquahuna, perhaps? Because other than that, there's the cichlid exchange or the wet spot, and maybe like flip aquatics or something for a few different shrimp and things. But the store itself at Aquarium Co-op is pretty um it's pretty tight knit in the where they buy their fish from. They don't really buy from a lot of other suppliers, but it could be that it's Aquahuna, which is also known as G&H goldfish. But yeah. Anyways, this is just a pretty little cyprinid or cyprinidae that I mean, look at the colors on that. It's so cool. And again, this guy has a blog and he's got a Facebook and a YouTube, but look at this beautiful little barb too. Very cool looking. Now, another fish that I'd never seen before, and now I need this fish, is the micro Fizzo go bio. Gosh, why can't I say that? Taphengensis. Look at this thing. It's got dots. It's got bigger spots, almost like leopard spots or something, or checkerboards. And then it's got the little teeny dots, and then the lateral line here that looks bifurcated maybe. But then the fins obviously have a nuance of blue and metallic red, which is super, super cool. Yeah. Trust and obey. Welcome. So again, another little eel, swamp eel, Asian swamp eel that is from that was recently discovered and photographed. Stop. So this is the habitat of these fish on this little trip he took. Literally digging them out of a source like this, which could have anything in there. If it's floating water like that, you could get a caiman, or you could get, I don't know, an earthworm. It could be anything in there. Alex, fishery care to weigh in on killifish species start with spawn. I would aquatic moose. I would probably do some sort of killifish. I mean, you could do something like the blue galaris or the the Panchax, Gardneri, stuff like that, the Australis. Those are all great fish. They're easy to breed and everything. But honestly, if you haven't ever done an egg laying fish, I would start with pseudomagills. I would get a pseudomagill, the rainbow fish, like killifish type fish, and try breeding those, like thread fins or pseudomagill furcata, gilberti, luminatus, Ivan Stolfi, or Carulensis, or Cerulensis. Any of those would be great to practice on. The signifers, the blue-eyed Pacific signifers are great because they will spawn in a mop. And you'll kind of be doing that same thing. Start with Pseudomagill mellis. Yeah, that's a great one. Johnny from Dan's Fish. Speak of the devil. We were just talking about Dan's Fish. And they probably have one of those in stock, I would guess. And how many pseudomagill to start with in what kind of a tank? I think a 20 long is great. The bigger the better, obviously, but you want at least a 20 long to do a pseudomagill to do it right. But you just want a well aerated tank, a tank that generally probably 78 degrees or so. And generally, you want a little bit of minerality to the water, but a pretty darn soft tank. Like a KH and GH of like 3 or 4 is fine. But then you want to make sure to just feed them lots of uh, gut stuffing, good whatever it may be, like little baby brine shrimp or loaded baby brine shrimp daphnia. Uh, and you'll see so many colors and behaviors and stuff that I think you'll get a good feel for it. Also, you could do like neon rainbows, like the panchaks. That would all be fine. Okay, awesome. So if you guys go to the link for Dan's fish that I have, um, if you're thinking about getting any of these, we have an employee of Dan's Fish, Johnny, right here, right now, right here, right now. Do 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 do. You guys remember that song? Bum ba dum ba dum beep bum bay, bum ba bum ba dum beep bum bay. Um, dansfish.com/ref/Alex. So Gary Stein, thank you for the thumbnail. I'm glad you appreciate my thumbnail, even if no one else does. Yes, they did discover a freshwater nearite. There are several that can tolerate fresh water. There's also the freshwater, the little uh, limpets that are pretty cool too. Uh, the camera is out of focus. Which camera? My camera? Hello? 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 Huh? Uh, all right. So if you guys want to get a hold of some of those, yeah, definitely you can go to the link that I sent. You get 10% off your first order. And it doesn't get better. That is the best deal you're going to get at Dan's Fish. And also, they're not the cheapest fish, but they are treating the fish the ultimate top standard of the industry. They are treating the fish better than most people will probably end up treating the fish. And it'll be easier for you to acclimate and to breed them than all the crazy imports and stuff that just get thrown around transshippers and stuck in the mail and all that. They're fed right. They're looked at for a long time and well taken care of. Yeah, trust and obey. That's another fish that I would love to see is the Corydorus or Pantal Pan Pantanal-ensis. Ugh, my tongue is twisted tonight. Your TDS is 100, but your test strips read high. 100 TDS isn't that high. I mean, my TDS out of the tap is 30 and or less, and it gets up to around 75 to 150 if I just let it be with all the stuff that's in the tap the tap. Hold on one sec. Let me get rid of this. Okay. So this was where those things could live. Look at this new goby that was photographed. It's just beautiful. It's doing its courtship dance. But this was again Huawei Zhang 2018. They first found this. This was in a calendar that they created. I believe this is from the island of Sulawesi. But I mean, look at that beautiful fish. Now, beyond that, here's another one from the same area in Sulawesi in the lake, the big lakes there. There's a few big lakes, and yeah. But very cool looking guys. Now in here, Huawei Zhang, he's showing, hey Danikin, what's going on? Kenny, good to see you, man. Kara C, also great to see you. I hope you guys are doing fabulous. So I wanted to show off because this is some of the better stuff, other than what Chris Lukoff shows, the Shrimp King. He's got some good pictures of shrimp, but this guy actually went down to uh, Sulawesi, the banks of several rivers, and also some of the lakes, and he stocked these fish and shrimp that we're seeing pictures of. But these are actual Sulawesi species. These are different species. So this one is like a little dotted pink one that has its own species name. Same with this white stripe with red stripe and clear stripe. Like that's its own thing. And a crazy needle nose rostrum. Rostrum. Did it just skip two again? God darn it. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. So then this one's been well known. But again, you've got this one's getting into the hobby. I think Garden of Eder might have some of it, some of these, but I don't think there's any for sale yet. Not sure. But beautiful shrimp. And look, there's this was a tank set up next to the lake in the wild that he did a vlog post for. And there's little snails all over, similar to Malaysian trumpet snails. This, don't know if it's gonna just grow up to be this, or I mean it's showing pretty strong yellow and orange peach tones. But another pretty one. These are great. This looks like a saltwater shrimp, yet this is one of 63 species in Lake Sulawesi, or not Lake Sulawesi, but island of Sulawesi in the big lakes, the main three lake systems of the famous K-shaped island. Then you've got your blood red ones, and then there's another striped one back behind it. And then there's also this, which is just a big doofy shrimp, and then another little purple one that were gathered, and it's still from a video. This guy's not dead or anything. That's not why he's this color or limp like this. He just actually has some bigger appendages that he grabs stuff with. But it is a larger shrimp, and all these live in hard water, which is interesting. And then here, yet again, look at these little ones, these little black, gray, and white ones. So cool looking. I want them all. uh, and then let's see here. So then you got the red one. Sam, the resolution is saying 144p. I don't know. Is anybody else having that problem? It may be throttling it. Nice, Johnny. Yeah, hit my link up, Aquatic Moose, and Johnny will hook you up with 5 really nice in a group. They've been using them to clean up scuds in tanks, and they're very well conditioned. Right on. That is a score right there. Score. All right. So this is the goby, the Anies goby, which I have had, but this is a different island collection point. This one here, and it shows off some deeper orange colors. Usually, it's a bright electric yellowy peach to orange color, but this is it in a different hue slightly. These are probably one of the smallest Stiphodon species. All right, so then another set of photos we'll zip through right now because we're gonna wind this stream up very soon because Lucas Brett starts soon. And by the way, if you guys head over to Lucas Brett's, then let's do tonight. If we go to Lucas, if you go into his stream, let's do hashtag Alex. Wait, so let's go with incoming. Alex incoming. We're gonna do that. Alex incoming. So he can know that we showed him some love. Alex incoming. If you go over to LRB's, Alex's betas do drugs. Yeah, that got banned right away. Even though I'm not talking about anything illegal, is American funded. Okay, or we could do cocaine beta. Sure, let's do that, Coro. Let's really confuse him, because I guarantee you he hasn't watched my video. He doesn't have time to watch anybody's YouTube videos, really. So we're gonna say to LRB hashtag cocaine beta. Instead of cocaine bear. Watch the video if you're curious what I'm talking about in there. It's more about it being in our water sources all over the place. Look at this crazy beta brownorium. This is a beta that I did not know existed, but look at that bizarre looking beta. It looks like a cartoon of like a goby and a beta having a baby, a terrible, creepy baby. But again, more wild ones. Beta for chi or chai for shii. These are very pretty. They're very similar to beta rubra, but they have more purples and greens and tones in the body that are metallic, which I think is neat, and a little less intensity in the head. They've both got those stunning blue crystal eyes, though, and these are ones that I actually didn't even know existed. Which was beta hendra. Like I mean, I just didn't know what it looked like. I knew I'd read the name before, but yeah, and they get those over at Dan's Fish from time to time, different wild betas. Now, stop, dumb clicker. Now this is a type of little licorice gourami type fish, also, and this one's threatened, I believe. But it lives in peat swamps and like negative a billion pH. No, I think it's in pH of like 3.5 to 4. Very, very black water species. Also, the gold Congo tetra, kind of a cool variant. And look, the fire eel, but it's leucistic, so it's all that golden, like banana yellow color, which I think looks pretty cool. Oh, and then check this out. This is a fish I didn't know existed. It looks like a freaking chameleon, but this is the freshwater red frogfish, and most aren't red. Most are like brown and other colors, but there is a red morph that exists. And this was a rare fish. It does walk on its pectoral fins, and it is a absolutely bizarre fish that is kind of like a lump sucker or one of those other oddball fish. But this one's freshwater. Pretty cool. Yeah, the tetras from the Congo are unreal with their iridescence. So then there is a Polyopterus ornatopinus golden. So this is a gold Beischer, and think that's cool. Well, then there's this one, Polyopterus tiglisi golden. I think they wanted 10,000 or was it 10,000, 5,000 or 10,000 for this thing. But another stunning leucistic. Again, golden trumpet knife fish. There's a gold knife fish, not albino but gold. Really cool. Then here comes a few last things that we're going to wrap up with, which are Geophagus argyrostrictus. Man, that's hard to say. Argyrostrict. I can't say it again. But these are really similar to like the Tapajos, but they are just really pretty, and they haven't been in the hobby a whole lot lately, just due to access, I guess. I don't know what, but they're so pretty, and yeah. All right, so this is another one, and it's the Amatitlania. Man, I can't get that out of my mouth either. But a mid-size kind of cichlid slash after, like a interesting looking cichlid that has a very pretty eye, and the yellow. I just like the yellow, but I saw it and I was like, ooh, I like that. Also, oh wait, that's for me, but half beaks, you guys know about. So if you guys didn't see the Amazonas article from summer now, like 9 months ago or whatever, they had a bunch of Hyphosobricons, and this was the Procyon or Hyphosobricon Procyon. And look at those fins, almost like an apisto, yet it's a tetra, with the black and then the skirt underneath and the pectoral flares, and then it's also got like a gill flare, or maybe their actual pectoral fins, and these are something, maybe these are the pelvic fins, and that's the anal fin. I don't know the actual evolution of it, but these are a newly discovered one. Mick says Amatitlania. Thank you. And then again, these are the same as what I have essentially in my big 40 bow front, and they were just colored up beautifully. And Oli, he was posting these, so I was like, okay. And this is Lake Victoria. Look at this; it's such a big lake, you can't see the edges. Pretty wild. All right, guys. So if you are gonna, we're on the home stretch here. This is a new strain of Medaka out of Japan. Look at how blue they are. These are metallic lame blue sapphire Medaka, going for $500 a pop. But they're leaving on a jet plane. They're leaving Japan for once. Yeah, Johnny says they get the Hyphosobricon from time to time. Definitely look better in person. Yeah, isn't that true with all fish? Not all, but most. Also, by the way, guys, they discovered this new catfish. It's a tiny little guy, but it's from Brazil, and it's interesting looking. It's kind of like a little bumblebee catfish. In the Congo Basin, if you guys haven't followed ever fish news or fish in the news, they also follow recent publications related to fish, and this has a great link to an article if you can get it unblocked that has a full rundown of the species that are currently known in the upper Congo River Basin in the park, and some of the terrain looks like, North America or something. It looks like Appalachia or something. Really crazy, and it's from Twitter. And I follow them. Fish in the news. Also, they just published about 2 new tetra, micro tetras, basically, and they're really cool. 2 miniature tetras from AQUA CHAR or Charax from the Rio Jarua. That's really hard to say. Harua But anyways, new little teeny tetras. There is one that's already in this genus that's in the hobby, but that's it. All right, I just wanted to kind of probably leave you guys off on this. I think there's one or two more pictures, but look at how many different species of these freaking East African teleostei, cyprinodontiforms, ugandensis species group of Achilles fish. These are just nuts how many different, like I couldn't tell you. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe that I can't tell the difference. But it's amazing what's out there. And again, same kind of thing in Turkey. These are all different species. Yeah, you heard me right. This is 7 new species of fish that are they're like loaches, but they're similar to like the dojo loach build. But these are all Turkish, and they were recently discovered. Opinion on Bowfront aquariums: terrible for photographing, great for like angelfish and tall fish that you want to see. I don't like them though for most like nano fish and stuff. There's a lot of space that's hidden. They're super tall, but they're great for discus or angelfish or fish that use up all the different levels of the water column. That's what they're superb at. All right, guys, I'm back. I'm going to wrap it up here, though, and I want to thank you all so much, all the new members, all the old members, all of you. You're wonderful. You guys know what to do if you want to support the channel, if you want to see new species coming in. I do still want to do an order from Dan's Fish. It's just, thing after thing after thing with money comes up lately. But I do try to, keep stuff like from super chats and fish I buy and sell. I try to keep that all in the fish pool. The YouTube ads that I use for like trying to pay the bills. But anyways, I hope you guys are all having a great night. If you go over to Lucas Brett's, you could say, what did we decide on even? Hashtag cocaine beta or Alex's betas do cocaine. I don't remember what we said. But a cocaine beta seems fine to me. But just let him know if you go over to LRB Aquatics that we're sending him some love, and you guys are transitioning from this weirdo to that weirdo. Yeah, cocaine beta. All right. Hashtag cocaine beta done. All right, guys, have a wonderful night. Help that video, the cocaine beta video, spread just because they demonetized it instantly. And I would love to see it rise from the ashes like a phoenix and do something, even though it's demonetized. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see. Is LRB even streaming? I probably should have checked that first. I just assumed he would be by now. But I may be wrong. Oompa loompa doompa dee doo. I am a dummy. Didn't check into if he's streaming or not. I guess he isn't yet. The end. By the way, we hit 38K too. So you guys are crushing it. Thanks for sharing the channel. Thanks for doing all the great things that you guys do, just watching it even. I appreciate it. Also, yeah, Lucas hasn't started yet. I think he starts in like 3 or 4 minutes. But thank you guys so much. I'm actually going to get out of here. Much love. 2 hearts that beat as one. I need you. Yeah, 3 minutes, Sam says. All right, guys. Much love. Later, Alan Carter. I'm glad you like it. Amisa, have a wonderful night. All of you have a wonderful night. Those of you who are in the future, seeing me in the past, you time-traveling few, thank you. Welcome. Good night.